Hi, everyone. Sorry, I've gotten in a new setup, and when you go live, you cannot see your webcam until after you get started. So I'm sorry. It's just really dark. You can't see anything. But I'm Gayle, and for those of you that don't know, um, there I've been making some changes in my life and my craft life, and I just wanted to give you an update so you would know what's going on. Um, for those of you that have been around through my polymer clay days, which was quite a while ago, I don't even have any idea how long ago it was I started my polymer clay tutorials. But when I was got to the point that I wasn't able to do the tutorials anymore or to work with clay, I realized that I had a room full of polymer clay stuff. And if you remember, those of you that were lucky enough to be here then, I gave everything away. All I asked for was postage. I did like goodie bags, and I filled the priority mail boxes. Anyway, it was gobs of stuff that I had. Well, I went from polymer clay to doing some Dollar Tree crafting, which I really enjoyed. It's amazing what you can do with some cheap craft stuff. And I started a vendor booth in a local mall. This is a rural area, and there's one place where there's a restaurant and a vendor mall, and just everybody goes there. So I thought, well, that would be a good way to do some things. Of course, their stuff is mainly antiques and collectibles, but I had a few. I didn't have a lot because I moved several times in the last 20 years, and every time I moved, I got rid of stuff. So, but I was still able to make things. Well, my sister decided to go in with me because she had a house that she'd been in for 45 years. And if you're a homeowner, you know what it's like to live in a house that long and the things that you accumulate. So we got this booth together, and she put stuff in from her home. I put some things in from my home, and then I also made things to go in there. I made signs and leather earrings, you name it. I got my Cricut and kind of fell in love with my Cricut, and I have went crazy making things. Well, we're closing that booth at the end of February because it just got to be too much. Some months my sister didn't make enough to even pay her rent. And she said, if she's going to give it away, she'd rather box it up and take it to Goodwill or Salvation Army. So that's how, I'm sorry, I'm trying to figure out. Okay, there we go. I said, I'm trying to find out. This is going live is really new for me, but I just wanted to see if there was anybody out there, which there really isn't, but it's early. And this will be here to be recorded anyway, so and everybody will be able to tell. So anyway, we're closing the booth, and I have things that I have made that are in the booth. A lot of it is things that I don't feel like is very good quality, and those things I'm going to just send to Goodwill or Salvation Army. But there are some. Let me turn a little bit just so I can get better in the light. I feel like the light is lopsided. But there's going to be some things that I feel like are nice. And so I'm going to list those for sale. I don't know if I'll do it on this channel or if I'll do it on Facebook, but I'm going to have a sale of those things. But what I was trying to get to, the thing I was trying to get to is, if you know how bad I was with the accumulation of clay and tools and all kinds of stuff that I had that I gave away before, I'm just as bad with the Dollar Tree stuff. I have a dog, and we order her food from Chewy's. And we also have a cat. So when the Chewy's box comes, it's a big box. You know, if you've seen a Chewy's box, it's a big box. And mine sometimes are this deep and sometimes they're this deep. And I have filled 3 of those with Dollar Tree things that I'm not going to be able, probably won't use. Things that I bought because I was going to make this or I was going to make that. And I've been spending the last several weeks going through all that stuff so I know what I've got. But now all I've got are boxes full of stuff. So what I need to do is get that separated by category, you know, like wood pieces and flowers and things like that. And I'm also going to do a sale on that. But in the meantime, I want to get back to doing my videos. I really miss you guys. We got to be such good friends. There's some certain people that have been with me since the very beginning. And when I see your names pop up on my comments or whatever, it makes me feel so good because I feel like we're friends. And, you know, and some of you I've even met. I met one girl, she'll probably be watching this. She calls me Rumi because we started doing cards together online, and she was following my channel, and we were following the same person, Richard Garay. At the time, it was Fun Stamper's Journey. Now it's something entirely different. But anyway, he had a convention, so she and I went to the convention as roommates. So now she calls me Rumi. So Donna, if you're watching, hi Rumi. But things have just been changing. You know, I'm getting older. Things are getting more expensive. But as you can see, one thing I want to do, as you can see, I wear sweatshirts all winter long because I freeze. I don't care how warm it is in the house. I'm going to be cold. So I thought, well, you know, there's some things I still want to make, even if I just make them for me or to give as a gift to somebody. And I thought, you know, I think what I'll do is I'll start videoing my crafts again, where I used to video card making and polymer clay tutorials. I think I'm going to start videoing my crafts. And as when I mentioned the sweatshirts, one of them is I've been putting designs on sweatshirts and t-shirts. And I'm going to be making one for Kansas City. Even though I'm an East Coast girl, Patrick Mahomes has caught my heart. He's just such a nice guy. And I know people are tired of seeing Kansas City going to the Super Bowl, but I'm really glad they're going. But anyway, I'm going to make myself a shirt. We're not having a Super Bowl party, but me and my daughter and her boyfriend are going to get together to watch the Super Bowl, and we're going to have Super Bowl food. So I'm going to make me a Super Bowl shirt. And I thought, well, I could do that online. You could see me, you know, the process I use. And, you know, as many of these plain shirts as I have, there's no reason I couldn't put something nice on it so I could wear it out. Right now, I don't feel like I can wear these out anywhere except maybe to the grocery store and then with the jacket over it. But if it had something nice on it, I wouldn't mind wearing them out, you know, to a doctor's appointment or a hair appointment or whatever. So I thought I would do some of that. Like I said, I'm going to be doing some other crafts. I'm thinking about, I'm learning sublimation on my Cricut. So I'm probably going to do some of those, and they're not being set. They won't be done as a professional doing the video. They're going to be done as me trying to learn. So that's what I'm thinking for the sublimation. So I'm going to do some Cricut things. I'm going to do, a friend has asked me to make a sign for her brother. It was going to be, you know, it's too long a story to tell, but she's a good friend of mine. And I thought, well, you know, if I make that sign, I'll put that on here. So if you've been watching, I do have my Simply Earth essential oil videos, and I'm loving those the more that I get across. But once I get this booth closed, I'll have so much more time because I was spending so much time in a panic to make things to sell. And it wasn't fun anymore. And who wants to craft if it's not fun? So that's kind of what's going on with me. If you want to hang around and see what I'm doing, I would love to have you. And my channel name is Mimi's Market VA, which is Virginia. There were several other Mimi's Markets with states after it, and so I decided to do mine with VA. And I also was able to get an email address with that on it. So I'm going to be doing that, but it's all going to be done slowly. I'm not going to push myself. I had 3 months just recently that I was so sick. I had a sinus infection, and then I had a bad cough from that. And while I had that cough, I got the flu, and I coughed so hard, I burst a blood vessel in this abdominal muscle right here. And on New Year's Eve, I was in the ER because I was in so much pain. I couldn't even sit up. It was just hurt so bad. I was doubled over. And they were trying to decide whether to send me home or send me to the main hospital for surgery. And that kind of scared me a little bit. So they gave me some good drugs. But luckily, they did send me home, by the way, for those of you that are interested. They sent me home and told me to keep an eye on it. Well, I've never figured out how you can keep an eye on something that you can't see, because all this was inside. It was like internal bleeding. But anyway, the ER doctor laughed when I said that to him, and he said, well, you knew enough to come in here tonight. So if you get to feeling that way again, it means you're bleeding again and you need to go straight to the hospital. Don't even come here, go straight to the hospital. So that was scary, but I'm finally getting over that. I do have a little, this is probably TMI, but I ended up getting some bruising around my navel, my belly button area, which is not exactly where the bleed was. So I don't know if the blood from the muscle migrated there or if I had another mild bleed, and that's how it got there. But anyway, the doctor told me it could take 6 to 8 weeks for this to totally be absorbed by my body. And as old as I am, that's a long time. But I just wanted to touch base, let you know how much I miss you, and you'll watch for a while. I understand you're not going to be interested in what I'm doing, and I can't give you a definite item, list of items that I'm going to be doing, because until I decide to start doing something, I don't know what it's going to be. But try to give my channel a chance to catch your attention, or watch it long enough that maybe you can see something else. I'm still getting comments from people that are just now finding my polymer clay tutorials, and those haven't been done in 2 years, 3 years, something like that. So, there's going to be people that don't know me that are going to be checking this out. But if you get a chance, I'd love to have you sign on. Leave me comments. Let me know you're here. And I will see you soon. I'm looking forward to my next tutorial. Bye-bye.